after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Tag! Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. Warrior 70.
Daniels now going to look to throw. That's caught left side by Pitts. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
That's good for the Titans. First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Viking 18.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Was looking for Devon Achek coming out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 2nd down. The man in motion is Watson. To the air again is Daniels. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it will fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
70 Lions. 60 Mavericks. 60
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. They're going to take possession here just shy of the 20.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. 19 Tiger.
On 1st and 10, it's Milrow. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Here's H.N. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ready? Cougar Knight, go check.
Pitts is the man in motion. H.N. will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10.
Let's go now. 19 left.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, second and 10.
Check match, 60 Eagles, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Let's go.
Now it's Milroe. Rolling right. All the way across the field to the left, and somehow it's complete. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. A big gainer for Indianapolis. And even 50 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go. Panther 60, Cowboy 80, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Cup 19, go.
They'll throw on first down with Milroe. Down inside the 10. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. That is a gain of 22. And it sets up first down and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard
Man, they're just running
line.
this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
That is caught. And he's in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Colts. That his first touchdown this year. Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Colts are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14.
14.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
On the return. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready? 60 back, 77, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Trap 60.
Daniels now on first down. Open man. That's Trey Tucker.
Hurry.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Dragon 60.
33-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's to Pitts, the tight end. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25.
It's a gain of 42.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
The field goal unit is out for the Titans. This will be a 41-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Get it! Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, ready.
Play action. Here's Daniels in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. The former Indy Lion, Chop Robinson, in there to bring him down for his 7th sack of the year.
19.
Man in motion here is Tucker. Throwing on 2nd down. Daniel. That's over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Warrior 70. Buffalo 18. Ready.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And a very solid return as they're able to bring him down.
At the 50-yard line.
Here we go, set. 18, left thing, left thing. Go street. 19 Lions. Panther 11, Panther 11. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Throwing now, Milrow on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready, ready.
From the shotgun, it's Milrow. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Panther 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
On 3rd down, they go with Gibbs.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. And this was the old NFL record spot, a 63-yard attempt. That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he stops at 25. The drive will begin there.
On the jump.
Look at the 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achan. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Third. Right there. Unlock line. Unlock.
They'll stay on the ground with Achan. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Maxwell Hairston there to make the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Crack all 80. Pat the street. Ready.
They'll try and run it here. It's Achan. And that'll move the sticks. 1st down. Up to the 40.
And the ability to continue to sustain these drives and maintain possession, these 3rd downs are so critical, Mike, because every time an offensive play caller gets a fresh set of downs to work with, there's just more opportunities to continue to try to strike deep and go to score.
On play action, Daniels. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. That's taken in by Thomas. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Hurt. Buffalo wasted. Cowboy 80. 70 line. Dragon 60.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have a Titans 1st down. And that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now, this looks like a design run. And not a whole lot to speak of there. He'll work it down inside the 35.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
A ball deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll be 3rd down.
So something they teach these defenders, and especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic. Don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And it's a great example here. The defender just trusting those eyes, breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with the pick.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. He's got a man. That's Watson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They get 22 yards there. 1st down for Tennessee.
13-yard line.
Ready.
A run here with Achan.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Just
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the 3rd quarter has come to an end. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down.
60, 60. Cougar 19. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 79 Broncos. Go.
Here's Daniels. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line.
Dragon 60. Let's go now.
They go play action now with Milrow. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And while the play results in an incompletion, I think these are the type of decisions from a young quarterback that you're okay with. If the play's not there, if you don't feel good, throw the ball away, don't turn it over, and let's live for the next play call.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's Gibbs. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
From the gun, it's Milrow. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Cup 19, Cup 19. 19 tight, 19 tight. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Hey.
Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming.
Mustang 19. Come on, come on. Hit. Cougar 19.
They'll try and throw for it with Milrow. Gets that one complete to his tight end Bowers. And he will go all the way. Brock Bowers. Touchdown Colts. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
important one as they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Titans 23.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return is Rodgers. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Ready?
Man in motion here is Tucker. They'll go play action here with Daniels. To the right, that's Pitts. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 18.
Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On first and 10, here's Daniels. We'll get this to Pitts once more. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That gets him to 100 yards exactly after that reception and gets his team a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A run up the middle with Achan. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Once again, it's Achan. And strong running indeed. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry.
It's a gain of 9.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Daniels now going to look to throw. Now a screen set up for Achan. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
And he will get into the end zone. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Tennessee. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now Daniels. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. Here is first and 10.
Dragon 60. Liking, hey, check, 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 check. Trap 60, trap 60.
Out of the gun, it's Milrow. Working free downfield, it is Williams. And he will score. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Indy.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. On the return is Rogers. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's first down. Quick throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up second down.
Second virus. Three. 18 Cardinals. Warriors 70.
They'll drop to throw. A throw right side. Take it in by Tucker. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
That's good.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10. H.A.
And the Titans first down.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down. Now it's H.A. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. They'll keep it on the ground. H.A. a first down and then some. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. The Colts will signal for their third and final timeout. And they'll stop it. Just over 40 seconds to go in this one.
On the set.
This is first and 10.
Flag.
Pierce. And he's taken down, and now they can take this all the way down, call the timeout, and set up the game-winning field goal try. A good spot here, second and a yard. They'll run here. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Titans first
And now the timeout will be called, so they are in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to win the game. This kick is